Nappy the happy pappy alien and his playful tricks. Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, there lived a little alien named Nappy. Nappy wasn't just any alien. He was the happiest, silliest, and most mischievous alien in the entire universe. Nappy loved to play tricks on everyone, but his tricks were always funny and never mean. He lived on a planet called Gigglezorp, where the skies were purple, the grass was blue, and everyone had a big smile on their face. Nappy had a round, bouncy body that glowed like a rainbow, 3 wiggly antennae, and a pair of sparkly shoes that made him float just a little bit above the ground. He loved to zoom around Gigglezorp, spreading laughter and joy with his playful pranks. Here are 20 of Nappy's favorite tricks. The floating pancake surprise. Nappy loved to sneak into the kitchens of his friends and make their pancakes float right off their plates. "Hey, where'd my pancake go?" They'd say, only to find it bobbing above their heads. The singing sock trick. Nappy would hide tiny speakers inside his friends' socks. When they put them on, the socks would start singing silly songs like "I'm a Little Teapot" or the Banana Boat song, the Bubblegum Rainbow. Nappy carried a special bubblegum that turned into a rainbow when you blew a bubble. He'd hand it out to his friends, and when they blew a bubble, it would pop into a mini rainbow that tickled their noses. The invisible chair prank. Nappy would use his alien powers to make chairs invisible. When his friends went to sit down, they'd plop onto the floor, lonely to find the chair reappearing right after. The talking tree trick. Nappy would hide behind trees and make them talk by using a funny voice. "Hey kid, want to hear a joke? Why did the leaf go to school? Do you get a little treatication?" The dancing spoon. At mealtime, Nappy would make spoons dance around the table, twirling and flipping like tiny ballerinas. His friends would laugh and try to catch them. A giggle juice. Nappy invented a special drink called giggle juice. When his friends drank it, they couldn't stop laughing for 5 whole minutes. Even the grumpiest aliens couldn't resist. The sneaky shadow. Nappy would use his glow-in-the-dark powers to make his shadow move on its own. His friends would chase it, thinking it was a ghost, but it was just Nappy being silly. The balloon avalanche. Nappy loved to fill rooms with balloons and then hide inside them. When his friends walked in, he'd jump out and yell, "Balloon attack!" sending balloons flying everywhere. The upside-down room. Nappy had a special room in his spaceship where everything was upside down. He'd invite his friends over and watch them try to walk on the ceiling. The jelly bean surprise. Nappy would hand out jelly beans that changed flavors every time you bit into them. 1 second it was strawberry, the next it was pickle. The magic mirror. Nappy had a mirror that made funny faces back at you. When his friends looked into it, it would stick out its tongue or cross its eyes. The ticklish doorknob. Nappy would make doorknobs ticklish. When his friends tried to open a door, it would giggle and wiggle, making it hard to turn. The flying hat. Nappy would put on a hat that suddenly sprouted wings and flew away. "Come back, hat," he'd yell, chasing it around in circles. The sneezing flowers. Nappy planted flowers that sneezed whenever someone walked by. Achoo. Achoo. They'd go, making everyone laugh. The bouncing bed. Nappy's bed had springs that made it bounce like a trampoline. He'd invite his friends over for a bedtime bounce party. The confetti cloud. Nappy carried a tiny cloud in a jar. When he opened it, confetti would rain down on everyone, covering them in sparkly colors. Talking toes. Nappy would make his friends' toes talk by wiggling them and using a silly voice. "Hey, we're down here. Give us some socks." The vanishing shoes. Nappy would use his alien powers to make one shoe disappear. His friends would hop around looking for it, only to find it on their head. The rainbow fart. Nappy's favorite trick of all was his rainbow fart. Whenever he laughed too hard, he'd let out a tiny puff of colorful smoke that smelled like cotton candy. His friends would giggle and say, "Nappy, you're so silly." One day, Nappy decided to throw a big party on Gigglezorp to celebrate his love of laughter. He invited all his friends and played every trick in the book. By the end of the party, everyone was rolling on the floor, laughing so hard their bellies hurt. From that day on, Nappy, the happy pappy alien, was known as the King of Giggles and the Master of Mischief. And even though he loved playing tricks, everyone on Gigglezorp knew that Nappy's greatest trick of all was making people smile. Write me a playful, children-friendly story about Nappy, the happy pappy alien, that loves to play tricks on everyone. Include 100 detailed childish tricks. Nappy plays Nappy, the happy pappy alien, and his 100 playful tricks. Once upon a time, in a galaxy filled with twinkling stars and candy-colored planets, there lived a little alien named Nappy. Nappy was no ordinary alien. He was the happiest, silliest, and most mischievous creature in the universe. With his round, bouncy body that glowed like a rainbow, 3 wiggly antennae, and sparkly floating shoes, Nappy loved nothing more than making everyone laugh with his playful tricks. Nappy lived on a planet called Gigglezorp, where the skies were purple, the grass was blue, and the rivers flowed with fizzy lemonade. Every day, Nappy zoomed around in his tiny spaceship, spreading joy and giggles wherever he went. Here are 100 of Nappy's favorite tricks that made him the most beloved trickster in the galaxy. Food and drink tricks. Floating pancakes. Nappy made pancakes float off plates and hover above his friends' heads. Singing soup. He enchanted soup bowls to sing silly songs like "Yummy in My Tummy" while his friends ate. Jelly bean surprise. Nappy handed out jelly beans that changed flavors with every bite, strawberry to pickle to pizza. Dancing spoons. At mealtime, spoons would dance around the table, twirling and flipping. Giggle juice. Nappy invented a drink that made everyone laugh uncontrollably for 5 minutes. Docking. Toast. He made toast pop up with funny faces drawn in butter. Vanishing cookies. Nappy made cookies disappear, just as his friends reached for them. Rainbow ice cream. His ice cream cones would change colors and flavors with every lick. Bouncing grapes. Nappy made grapes bounce off plates and roll away. Sneaky salt shaker. He made the salt shaker sprinkle glitter instead of salt. Household hijinks. Invisible chairs. Nappy made chairs disappear just as his friends sat down. Ticklish doorknobs. Doorknobs giggled and wiggled when touched. Talking toilets. Nappy made toilets tell jokes like, "Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill?" 2. Get to the bottom. Flying pillows. Pillows would zoom around the room, bonking people gently on the head. Bouncing beds. Nappy's bed had springs that turned it into a trampoline. Confetti cloud. He kept a tiny cloud in a jar that rained confetti when opened. Sneaky shadows. Nappy made shadows move on their own, pretending to be ghosts. Upside down room. He turned a room upside down, making furniture stick to the ceiling. Singing socks. Socks would sing silly songs when worn. Magic mirror. Nappy's mirror made funny faces back at anyone who looked into it. Outdoor antics. Talking trees. Nappy hid behind trees and made them talk in funny voices. Sneezing flowers. Flowers sneezed to chew when anyone walked by. Rainbow farts. Nappy's laughter caused tiny puffs of rainbow-colored smoke. Flying hats. Hats sprouted wings and flew away. Bubblegum rainbows. Nappy's bubblegum turned into mini rainbows when blown. Dancing rocks. Rocks would hop and dance in a conga line, glow in the dark grass. Nappy made the grass glow bright green at night. Talking clouds. Clouds formed shapes and told jokes. Sneaky sun. The sun would play peekaboo behind clouds. Bouncing puddles. Puddles bounced like trampolines when stepped in. Koi and game tricks, jumpy Jack-in-the-Box. Nappy made Jack-in-the-Boxes pop out and tell jokes. Talking teddy bears. Stuffed animals would chat with their owners. Flying kites. Kites flew on their own, even without wind. Magic marbles. Marbles rolled in impossible directions. Sneaky soccer ball. Nappy made soccer balls zigzag away from players. Dancing dolls. Dolls would break into a dance party. Vanishing blocks. Building blocks disappeared mid-tower. Singing yo-yos. Yo-yos sang songs as they went up and down. Glow, dark frisbees. Frisbees glowed and left trails of light. Talking toy cars. Cars would honk and say, beep, beep, out of my way. Clothing capers, talking shoes. Shoes would whisper, pissed. Tie me tighter, rainbow socks. Socks changed colors every hour. Oh, flying scarves. Scarves would float away like kites. Ticklish belts. Belts giggled when tightened. Magic hats. Hats made the wearer's hair change color. Glow-in-the-dark gloves. Gloves glowed in the dark. Singing ties. Ties hummed songs during meetings. Bouncing buttons. Buttons hopped off shirts and rolled away. Talking pockets. Pockets whispered secrets to their owners. Sneaky zippers. Zippers would unzip themselves. Space and spaceship shenanigans. Floating astronauts. Nappy made his friends float in zero gravity. Talking planets. Planets told jokes like, why did Mars break up with Earth? It needed space. Rainbow rockets. Rockets left rainbow trails in the sky. Sneaky stars. Stars winked at anyone who looked up. Dancing moons. Moons did a little jig in the night sky. Glow-in-the-dark asteroids. Asteroids glowed bright green. Singing satellites. Satellites hummed space-themed songs. Bouncing comets. Comets bounced like rubber balls. Talking spaceships. Spaceships chatted with their pilots. Vanishing fuel. Nappy made fuel tanks look empty, even when full. Animal antics. Talking dogs. Dogs said, woo, woof, I love you. Flying cats. Cats floated gently through the air. Singing birds. Birds sang pop songs. Dancing fish. Fish did the cha-cha in their tanks. Glow in the dark bunnies. Bunnies glowed like lanterns. These sneaky squirrels. Squirrels played hide and seek. Talking turtles. Turtles told slow, funny jokes. Bouncing frogs. Frogs hopped in rhythm to music. Rainbow butterflies. Butterflies left rainbow trails. Magic mice. Mice could disappear and reappear. School and learning tricks, talking books. Books read themselves out loud. Dancing pencils. Pencils danced across desks. Sneaky erasers. Erasers erased the wrong answers. Glow in the dark chalk. Chalk glowed on the board. Singing rulers. Rulers hummed measurement songs. Bouncing backpacks. Backpacks bounced like kangaroos. Cocking calculators. Calculators told math jokes. Magic markers. Markers drew in invisible ink. Flying paper airplanes. Airplanes flew in loops. Rainbow notebooks. Notebooks changed colors daily. Holiday hijinks. Talking pumpkins. Pumpkins told spooky jokes. Flying Easter eggs. Eggs zoomed around the yard. Singing snowmen. Snowmen sang carols. Dancing Christmas trees. Trees boogied to holiday tunes. Glow-in-the-dark candy canes. Candy canes glowed bright red and white. Sneaky Valentine cards. Cards played love songs. Bouncing fireworks. Fireworks bounced before exploding. Talking turkeys. Turkeys said, "Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving." Magic Halloween candy. Candy changed flavors in your mouth. Rainbow fireworks. Fireworks left rainbow trails. Miscellaneous mayhem. Talking clocks. Clocks told time in rhymes. Flying umbrellas. Umbrellas floated away in the wind. Singing raindrops. Raindrops sang as they fell. Dancing leaves. Leaves danced in the breeze. Glow lit the dark bubbles. Bubbles glowed when popped. Sneaky balloons. Balloons followed people around. Talking mailboxes. Mailboxes said, "You've got mail." Bouncing mail. Letters hopped out of mailboxes. Magic snowballs. Snowballs never melted. 8. Rainbow sneezes. Nappy's sneezes created tiny rainbows. Nappy's tricks brought so much joy to Gigglezorp that everyone wanted to be his friend. Even though he loved playing pranks, Nappy's heart was as big as the galaxy, and his greatest trick of all was making people smile. And so, Nappy the happy pappy alien continued to zoom through the stars, spreading laughter and love wherever he went. The end.